And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So, however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, folks, today is a big old ginormous Thursday out here. And why is it so big, folks? No, it's not because it's St. Patrick's Day. Maybe that can kind of amplify it a little bit. Some, nice drinks on St. Patrick's Day. But we're having these drinks to watch March Madness officially tipping off today, noon Eastern, about 12:15, I believe, is when the first game tips off. Second game is at 12:40. So, March Madness officially tipping off today. The first four play-in games all wrapped up. Our algorithm, 2-2 over those four play-in games, but the play-in games that our algorithm messed up were the 2-16 seeds. So do we put that much stock, that much weight into our algorithm being off because they couldn't predict the worst teams, the 16 seeds not getting it done? You know what we mean? So, we hit on Notre Dame last night. They were the 11th seed. We hit Indiana the other day. What are they, 12 or 14 seed? So our algorithm works with good teams, just the 16 seeds. So I don't think we have anything to truly worry about with our algorithm. So we are giving it full clearance. Our algorithm is all good to go. We don't have to make any truly last second. I mean, we're 15 minutes away from 12 o'clock, folks. So. And I think brackets lock here. These brackets lock on, these. Oh, no, you get a full day? You're telling me you get a full day? Let me refresh this, because that can't be right. Yeah, 15 minutes. These brackets officially lock in 15 minutes, folks. But I think we're all good to go. I don't think we need to tweak our algorithm. I think we're good. It's just unfortunate that the 2-16 seeds that, we thought would win didn't win. But there's 16 seeds, and they, probably worse than 16 seeds because they didn't even make it into the official tournament. You know what we're saying? So I think we're good with our algorithm. And we're good to kind of commence March Madness here. And we are going to start with March Madness first on the show because we got to get all of our betting information out quick for y'all to, absorb and take in that information to bet on it and all that. So we're going to start the show with March Madness, looking at the games today, seeing what our algorithm predicted compared to what the odds are, the spreads are, and see if we're getting any great value. We have called a lot of first round upsets, so we'll see if we're getting great value with those upsets as well to kind of, parlay on some real money with our algorithm. So we'll go start with March Madness, then we'll slip into some NFL stories. A big old signing happened yesterday. I want to once again touch upon Baker Mayfield because, every day we're getting more information, and I think yesterday, folks, I had time to think about what was happening in this Baker Mayfield kind of saga going on, and I think the Browns organization has officially just kind of ended Baker Mayfield's career, folks, by just two words. Two words I think is going to ruin Baker Mayfield. And I don't know if he's going to get another chance at being a starting quarterback after the Browns get rid of him, whether it's after this season, they're not going to get Deshaun Watson anymore. We'll talk all that through. So we'll start with March Madness, NFL stories to go over, also some stories out, maybe from like last week we have to touch upon as well. And then we'll finish with the NBA. And all that. There is only one NBA game on tonight, so not that much betting value, but we'll see what March Madness brings and all that. So that's what we've got on the show today. So let's kick it off here because we are about 25 minutes away from March Madness officially tipping off with the first game of the whole tournament. And what do we got with the first game? Let me, what do we got here? Michigan State and Colorado State. Man, oh man. All right. But before we talk betting and all that, yesterday on the show, we were working through our bracket and we did the entire West and the South. Unfortunately, went a little bit long. Our little illness was catching up to us, but we were feeling 100% better. So that's great. And, see what y'all do. Nobody's kind of hyping up Baker Mayfield anymore today. Nobody's, hyping up Mason Rudolph anymore. And our illness goes away just like that. I'm telling y'all being so outlandish truly made us sick. Now y'all are not outlandish anymore. Y'all came to your senses, which I appreciate y'all for. And now we're feeling 10 times better. Love it. So yesterday we only got through the West and the South here, but we did do the East and the Midwest after the show concluded. So let's just kind of hit some key notes here as we were walking through that. So in the Eastern bracket here, we got really one big upset. We got Baylor winning, the number 1 seed, UNC, the 8 seed winning. We got the 5 seed St. Mary's. We got the 4 seed UCLA. But the biggest upset that we're seeing out of the East bracket is Virginia Tech beating Texas, the 11th seed beating the 6th seed. So we'll see, once again, when we look at the odds and what Vegas is putting the spread at. If Virginia Tech is getting a lot of points, we'll take that. Or if it's maybe just like 3 or 4 points, maybe we just go right on the money line. But watch out for Virginia Tech on a potential upset, and we should be able to hopefully get some great value betting-wise out of that as well. Other than that, though, we don't really see too many upsets there in the East. Usually, it really plays out very well. In the Elite Eight, we have the 1 seed Baylor versus 2 seed Kentucky, and then we have Kentucky actually beating Baylor in that. So not too many upsets there in the East. And then in the Midwest, we have number 9 Creighton beating South Dakota State, and I love Creighton, and that's a 9 seed beating an 8 seed, so we probably don't get too much value there, but I love Creighton in this first round matchup. Another upset that we've got in the Midwest, we've got South Dakota State beating Providence, and this is what I wanted to hit on yesterday, but unfortunately we just didn't talk about the Midwest. A lot of people are big on Providence here, and a lot of people are calling Providence their dark horse, and that's fine to do that, but I've got a real bad feeling on Providence. I watched Providence, when I spent that entire weekend last week watching college basketball, I watched Providence and all that, and I was really not impressed with them. And them being the 4 seed, everybody hyping up Providence, I would truly stay away from Providence, and I think we may be able to get some immaculate, I'm talking fantastic value here, betting South Dakota State, the number 13 seed compared to the 4 seed Providence. So a lot of people are saying Providence is the dark horse, but we are respectfully disagreeing over here at Takes by Fans. We got South Dakota State beating them. What else do we get here? Oh, we got another big upset here in the Midwest. We got number 14 Colgate upsetting number 3 seed Wisconsin in the first round. So lots of potential here for some amazing, immaculate value going on compared to Vegas. Hopefully Vegas is being, a little disrespectful, so we get. I'm really want to see what the South Dakota State one is. I don't know if they play today or tomorrow, and I don't know if I want to ruin the value tomorrow by looking at it today. But folks, I'm a little gushing over here on South Dakota State. So watch out for them. And then just lastly here, we got Iowa, the 5th seed, making it to the Final Four out of the Midwest here. Big fan of Iowa. I think they can get it done, and they've got a real good chance of winning the entire tournament. So watch out for Iowa throughout this tournament. I think they're going to surprise some people. I got them knocking off number 1 Kansas in the Sweet 16, folks. But that is our final bracket. And then the Final Four here, we got Gonzaga coming out of the West. We have Arizona coming out of the South. We've got Kentucky coming out of the East and Iowa coming out of the Midwest. And then we've got Gonzaga versus Arizona in our final 2. And we've got Gonzaga winning 67-62 in the final over Arizona for Gonzaga to win it all, win the tournament, win the dance. They are this year's March Madness winners, folks. Shout out to Gonzaga Bulldogs. Is that right? They look like the Bulldogs. I think they're the Bulldogs. So we've got Gonzaga winning the entire tournament here, and we are feeling good that this is probably the first official perfect bracket. Can somebody say perfect bracket? Because I think we've got it cooking over here, folks. So that's just all I wanted to touch upon there on our official bracket. So now that we've got that all taken care of, let's see what the value is today on the first day of March Madness here. Tons of games on all day long. Once again, paired with St. Patrick's Day. If you don't got to work today, sheesh, you can just sit back, relax, drink, bet, watch. It'd be a great day, folks. So, man, oh man, and we got 4 straight days of this. 4 straight days. So gear up, buckle in, because it's taking off today in just about 20 minutes. So, all right, here we go. Let's start talking some games here where the great value is. And let's start with the very first game up, folks. Michigan at Colorado State. And look at this. Michigan is actually favorites. The underdog is the favorites here, folks. And this is a matchup in the South Conference here. Number 11 Michigan versus number 6 Colorado State. And our algorithm said Colorado State wins. So we're getting great value on the money line at plus 115 for Colorado State. They are also +2, so if you need a little bit of extra, insurance, go with the +2, but getting them on the money line at plus 115, yeah, our algorithm says they win. We're believing they win. So Colorado State at plus 115, first game of the tournament, and we're getting great value. That's what we want to see. Yeah. So we could be kicking off this tournament right, folks. Yes? So Colorado State, love them on the money line at plus 115. All right, well, here we go, folks. The matchup I was gushing over, South Dakota State versus Providence. I really am looking for some immaculate value out here. Everybody's calling Providence the dark horse. I don't agree. Let's see if Vegas agrees in the spread. Oh, I wanted it more. I want more. Damn. Vegas is agreeing with our algorithm, agreeing with us. South Dakota State only plus 2.5. Only plus 2.5 in a 13-4 matchup? 13-4 and you're only giving me plus 2.5? Vegas, where is the value? Where's the value? I'm trying to cash in on some value here, but you're only giving me plus 2.5. South Dakota State on the money line is plus 125, which is, it's good. It's solid. I'm not loving it, but I was looking at maybe like a plus 175, a plus 210, plus 215, and goodness forbid you give me plus 250. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. But only plus 125 here, so real early on, Vegas, they're really not giving out any value here, folks, so... and that's the one I was banking on. I don't really know what other matchups are going to give us better value than South Dakota State and Providence. I really don't. Man. Maybe Montana State, we call that upset in the West region. We've got number 14 Montana State upsetting number 3 Texas Tech. So maybe we can get better value on that matchup, but I'm real disappointed in South Dakota State. I thought that was going to be our big ticket, folks. I thought that was going to be the ticket to bring us out of the gutter into lavish lifestyle, folks. I really was hoping on that. I was a little banking on that, folks. I just withdrew $10,000 from my bank. I was ready to risk it all, folks. I was this close. Jeez, but only at plus 125. I don't even know if that's worth it at that point. I'll throw a little money on there, but not 10 grand. Jeez. All right, so I'm a little disappointed in that. Yeah, geez. All right. We'll take it. We got to take what Vegas gives us, folks. It's unfortunate, but we are beholden to Vegas. It's unfortunate. I know, folks. I know. I get it. All right. South Dakota State at plus 125, and that's the second game on tonight at 1240. All right. So we got the early games out of the way. That's fantastic. So we can go, spend a little bit more time on the rest of the games here. But let's see what we've got on tap for the rest of today. We got Memphis versus Boise here. And what do we got? What does our algorithm say about this one? I do believe we call Memphis winning. Yeah, we got Memphis upsetting Boise State, the 9-8 matchup here. We got Memphis winning, and Memphis is minus 3.5. So, we'll bet them on the money line. I don't think I'm going to be swallowing any points here. I'll be taking points. I don't know if I want to be swallowing points here. So I think I'm going to be betting everything on the money line for the most part. But we'll take Memphis with the win here. No great value. It's at minus 180. This is what I want. I wanted South Dakota State to be plus 180, plus 250. teeth. You know what I'm saying? Damn. All right. Also, actually, before I move forward, because this is fantastic, and this was really cool as heck and great, on DraftKings, if you use DraftKings as your betting provider, they are giving out a free opt-in promo bet that takes Gonzaga. They play tonight at 4:15. You opt in for their promo. And they increased the odds of Gonzaga on the money line from minus 10,000 because they're minus 23 on the spread. So on the money line, they're minus 10,000. But if you opt in, it goes from minus 10,000 odds to plus 100 on Gonzaga winning. $50 max and all that. But I mean, 50 to win 100, that's guaranteed money. This is guaranteed money, folks. Yes. So that's real cool. So opt in on that on DraftKings and win a nice kind of free $50. And that's not just for new users, folks. It's for everybody. I opted in. I'm not a new user over there. They know me over there at DraftKings. Trust me, folks. You know, we are in constant contact, VIP status, folks. So Gonzaga at plus 100 on the money line. You can't beat that, folks. I mean, we're talking value. Colorado State's at plus 115 on the money line. You know what we're saying, folks? So go and get that free money. Get that free money however you can. Absolutely. All right, so Memphis, minus 180, loving it there. Parlay it together, maybe with South Dakota State, better value, all that. All right, then we get Norfolk State and Baylor, and this one I would just stay away from. I mean, it's a 116 matchup. We're at a 20-point spread right there. I'm not swallowing 20 points. I know it's the tournament, and I know these are number one seeds and all that, but it's March Madness. Anything happen, and I'm not fitting in value like this. I'm not going to be forcing value when I've already got Colorado State on the money line, or I could take them plus 2, South Dakota State on the money line, or I could take them plus 2.5. I'm not swallowing any points here, folks, especially in the first 2 rounds. I'm not swallowing. There's tons of games on. I'm not fitting any large spread that could potentially ruin everything, make our entire March Madness foundation collapse because we took Baylor minus 20.5 and they only win by 17 or 18. So I would truly stay away from swallowing big points here. There's other values to find, folks. We've already found them. So that's just my tip. You won't catch me. You won't catch me over here taking no 20-point spreads. No. And that's not our fear coming in from the basketball side. No. This is just, hey, there's a ton of value to parse through, folks. What do we got? Like 20 games on today, 20 games on tomorrow, 15 on Saturday, like 15 on Sunday. There's no reason, folks. I'm going to be blunt with y'all. There's no reason to swallow 20.5 points tonight, honestly. So we're staying away from all these big spreads, and we're definitely not betting Baylor minus 5,000 on the money line. What are you, crazy? So Baylor wins, yes, we all know, but by 20.5? Yeah, probably. But is that something we want to be risking? 20.5 points on March Madness where anything can happen? We just had it. Didn't like a 16 seed beat a 1 seed like 2 or 3 years ago? So, anything can happen. So keep that in mind. I would stay away from all these big spreads. When it gets down to maybe the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, there's probably not going to be any big spreads just because we're getting like the better teams versus better teams. But I mean, if at that point we have to swallow the big spreads, that will be the point because there's only 4 games on around that. So stay away from the big spreads here, folks. Don't get caught on big spreads, folks. We've just got 2 games on the money line at plus 100 or more. So take that value instead. And are you going to be disagreeing with our algorithm, folks? I mean, come on. Show some can you show some respect over here, folks? Please. All right, so Norfolk State, Baylor. We know Baylor's going to win, but we're staying away from betting. Then we get Longwood versus Tennessee. And we got a nice 18-point spread here. We got Tennessee winning. We stay away from this one. Well, let's see. Is Longwood plus 18? Is that good value? Let's rerun it in the algorithm quick, shall we? Let's see, because if they're close, maybe we do take the plus 18. And on Norfolk State, that's a 116, so a little bit different here. Longwood, Tennessee, what is that, a 3 something? 314 seed. So let's put Tennessee and Longwood back in here in our algorithm, and let's see, if the points are close, maybe we do take the plus 18. Yeah, definitely, let me kind of go back and rephrase that. I guess I'm not rephrasing anything. Just with these high spread games, don't swallow the points. Maybe try to find a way to take the points. That's always going to be better value because, once again, anything can happen here. So we got Tennessee in here. Let's put Longwood in here as well. And let's see if they are close. If it's close, and it's kind of close, folks. 53 out of 100 credit points for Tennessee, 49 out of 100 credit points for Longwood. So I'm getting plus 18. I'm getting plus 18 there. That may be some good value, folks. I think we're going to take it. Let's put our algorithm to the test right off the rip. I'm going to endorse Longwood plus the 18 points here. Getting points like this in college basketball, folks, it really may always be the play. That may always be a golden rule, especially in March Madness. If you're getting a lot of points, yeah, maybe take it. I'm going Longwood plus the 18 tonight, folks. Give me that. Give me that. Can't endorse Longwood on the money line at plus 1,200, but plus 18, yeah, I think they can keep it decently competitive. We'll take the plus 18 there. All right, then we get Richmond in Iowa, and we got a nice 10-point spread here. Iowa minus 10, Richmond plus 10. What do we got here? I don't believe that's an upset that we called. We got Iowa somewhere. Yeah, we are loving Iowa big time here, folks. We got them going to the Final Four. Don't know if I love them minus the 10, though. And once again, I mean, we've already got 4 picks here, folks. And that's the biggest takeaway here of March Madness. If you take anything away from the show, just parse through the value. There's tons of games on, folks. I'm sure you've called some upsets in your bracket. Trust your gut. Bet on those games. Don't try to get wonky and, swallow all these 20, 25, 30 point spreads and all that. Find the value, folks. We've been doing the show, 15 minutes so far? And we've already got 4 great values off the rip. And that's only in the first 6 games. So trust your gut. Use the upsets that you've called already and take advantage of all the big point spreads out there. The biggest takeaway from today's show. So Iowa minus 10, we love Iowa. We'll see if they can cover the 10 to see what they can do in the second round, but we'll stay away from this game. Then we go to Georgia State and Gonzaga. Once again, Gonzaga minus 23. DraftKings boosted up to plus 100. Fantastic value there. We will endorse that. I took that personally, folks, and it's only a $50 max, obviously, because if you could do whatever you want, you empty your bank account, you sell your house, and take Gonzaga on the money line at plus 100. It's a no-brainer. That's why they cap it at $50 max. But take advantage. I went $50 max, folks. Take that $50. Get that free 50. Get that free 50, folks. All right, then we get Marquette at North Carolina. Oh, and also, with all these sports books being kind of legal now, a lot more places and all these sports books competing against each other, one thing that FanDuel has that I heard, they're doing college basketball parlay insurance, I believe, for the entire first week, maybe for the entire tournament. So if you do a college basketball March Madness parlay on FanDuel and do 3 or more legs on a parlay, you get $25 back if your parlay loses by just 1 leg. So that college basketball parlay insurance is great on FanDuel. On Gonzaga, you basically get free $50 on DraftKings. So once again, I mean, we are the ones that are winning. All these sports books going against each other, trying to, out-advertise each other and all that, try to outsell each other, that only just helps the consumer out there. So once again, if you don't have money tied up either way, or if you're a new bettor and all that, take advantage of all the great promos that these sports books are offering, folks. Everyone's got one. Find the one that you think is the best value. I'll take the free $50 on DraftKings, and I don't need no stinking parlay insurance. Why do we need parlay insurance when we know we're going to hit it? You know what we mean? Give me the free 50. I take the free 50. I do a 14 parlay, and I hit, and I don't need any insurance on that, and then we are off to go for the rest of the tournament, folks. Yes? Are y'all with me on that? So, take advantage, folks. Take advantage. All right, what's the next game up here? We got Marquette at North Carolina. Marquette plus 3.5, North Carolina minus 3.5 here. And I believe we did call UNC with the win there. So once again, small spread. We're not going to be swallowing any points here. We're taking North Carolina right on the money line. And once again, no real reason to swallow any points here because you can parlay these games together. Boost up the value. Yes, we're going from minus 110 on the spread to minus 170 on the money line. line. We're losing value there, but we're boosting value parlaying good bets together. Yes? So, once again, take it slow. We got 4 full days of this. Then we've got another round of it and all that of a lot of games. So let's start slow. Let's build up that bankroll and explode on the championship games. Yes? So North Carolina, we'll bet it on the money line at -170. All right, then we get to New Mexico State at UConn. 6.5 point spread here. UConn -6.5. Let's see what our algorithm says. Are we taking the 6.5? Nope, we are got UConn with the win. So not going to swallow the 6.5 there at -290. We'll take it there on the money line for UConn. Then we get St. Peter's at Kentucky, and here we go, a big old spread. St. Peter's +18, Kentucky -18. Now, we know Kentucky's going to win the game. I mean, come on, let's be serious. Yes, upset potentially, probably not realistic, but it could happen. But let's see, is the +18 good value? So let's load it in our algorithm. If our algorithm says, hey, this is kind of real close, maybe we take the 18. Maybe that's great value. So let's see. We get St. Peter's. Let's load Kentucky in as well. And yeah, this one's not close. We get 62.5 credit points for Kentucky and 44 credit points for St. Peter. So we'll stay away completely from betting this game, not swallowing the points, not taking any points on anything like that. I did take a picture of this, though. This, folks. And this is going to have to come in the second round. I had to take a picture of it because it was very close, and this was working through the rest of our bracket after we ended the show. But in the second round, Kentucky wins. And also, if Murray State wins, folks, our algorithm was real close on this one. We were this close of pulling the upset trigger in the second round of saying number 7 Murray State beats number 2 Kentucky. We had to do our tiebreaker, and that's why we chose Kentucky overall, because they do have some potential future NBA players on the roster, and that was one of our tiebreakers that we were using. So really, that's the only reason we have Kentucky moving on and going past Murray State, but we may be able to get some fantastic value. We get Murray State +7, 10, 18. Oh my goodness, you give me Murray State +18. I'm emptying the bank like I would have done for Gonzaga +100 on the money line with no $50 limit. I'd take that money and put it on Murray State with all those gosh dang points. So we'll have to keep this in mind. We'll have to wait till the second round, but watch out for a potential Kentucky-Murray State matchup that we will be able to cash in on if Murray State's getting points here. But we can't be too optimistic because we're seeing the spread so far by Vegas, and they're really not giving us much wiggle room here. Really nothing to work with spread-wise. So, unfortunate there. But we will stay away from St. Peter's and Kentucky. No great value either way you slice it. Then we go on to the next game here. Indiana at St. Mary's. Indiana +2.5. St. Mary's -2.5 here. What do we got on our algorithm? Who does our algorithm says will win this game? Looking, I don't even see any of these teams. Did we even take this game? What the heck? Indiana in St. Mary's. Also, sports books, listen up a little bit. Let's put the seed number next to these teams so we can kind of quickly view our bracket to find what we saw in the bracket when we were filling out our bracket, yes? Just a little bit of a note there, yes? So let's get that going. But Indiana at St. Mary's, once again, trying to find these teams here. Jeez Louise. Indiana, St. Mary's. I know their call sign. There we go. Okay, here we go. Ooh, oh, we got St. Mary's with the upset. Oh, no, never mind. It's number 5 St. Mary's. I beefed that. But number 5 St. Mary's gets the win over Indiana. And we get in St. Mary's -2.5. So once again, we'll just take it right on the money line here. I really don't want to swallow any points, folks. Really, that's going to be something I'm going to be trying to avoid all March Madness long. I'll have no problem taking points, yeah, absolutely. But swallowing points, I'm going to try to avoid it as long as possible. And I believe I can continue to do that. St. Mary's -140 on the money line. That's fine. So we'll take that. St. Mary's on the money line over Indiana. Now, Indiana also was in the play-in games, the first 4. So how does that impact this game and all that? So we'll truly just stay on St. Mary's on the money line. Alrighty, here we go. Last four games up. No, oh my goodness. There are so many games on. I did not think there was this many games on. Wow. All right, well, we got like 5 more games here, so let's keep going here. Creighton at San Diego State, and yes. I think this is great value. Creighton at San Diego State, nice 2-point spread here, but we got Creighton with the upset since they are the 9th seed, 8th seed San Diego State, and we get Creighton +2. Yeah, take them +2, or you get great value at +115 on the money line. I think we'll just take the +2 here. Actually, no, let's do money line. Our algorithm says money line. We'll do money line. Creighton on the money line at +115. Once again, there's going to be upsets. We know there's going to be upsets. So parlay, and I don't mean like 8-leg parlays or anything like that. I like 2-game parlays. 3's fine. 4's real tough to hit, folks. I mean, I have a history of losing 4-game parlays on 1 game, and I mean that's literally my story. You write a biography on me, you write 4-game parlays always lost by 1. So I try to stay away from 4. I love the 2-game parlays. Beef it up a little bit more. 3-game parlays, I can stretch it a little bit. I actually just hit on a three-team parlay last night on some points plus rebounds plus assist prop bets. And we hit on that. Evan Fournier, Ayo Dasunmu, and who was the last one that we hit on? It was Evan Fournier, Ayo, and Karis LeVert. A nice little 3-team prop bet on that, and we hit that. So I try to do nothing more than 3 teams, but, nice 2-teamers here. A -110, a +115, bingo, bango. We boosted some odds to like +260, +270, 25 nets you like 90. I mean, I think that's really some great profit overall. And, you get the, I don't want to call it a thrill, but you get kind of the beefiness of a parlay mixed in with, not too many games to go on. Everybody loves to kind of just straight up bet, single game bets, and that's fine. I've got no problem with that. Yeah, single bet, absolutely. But you get kind of, the benefit of a parlay boosting up the odds with just kind of, the overall, just kind of 1 game. It's 2 games, but it's just kind of like 1 game. You know what I mean? Just an extra game. So that's why I like the 2-teamers. I'm an endorser of the 2-teamers, folks. Okay, give me the 2-teamers. So yeah, parlay some of these 2-teamers together. +115, you mix in a -140. We'll try to play around with some odds and some parlays in just a bit, but let's finish off the rest of tonight's great value potentially. So we are taking Creighton on the money line at +115. All right, then we get Vermont at Arkansas. 5-point spread here. Arkansas -5, Vermont +5. Let's see what our algorithm says on this matchup here. We've got Vermont. Where's Vermont at? Vermont, here we go. We got Vermont with the upset, folks. Vermont beating Arkansas, and we get 5 points. That's what I'm talking about. I'm taking the Vermont +5 here. And you could definitely do it on the money line as well at +170. But, the games that are like 2.5, -1, all that, that's really where I'll just take the money line. When I'm talking about 4 or more points, that's where I'm going to be taking the points in that regard. So give me Vermont +5 here, folks. Yes, absolutely. That's great value off the rip. Yeah, now we're talking Vegas. Now we're talking. Thank you. This is what I wanted to see. Not no 2 points with Colorado State. What is that? What is that? Come on. So Vermont +5, that's the one I'm loving tonight. Yeah, knew we'd find something we'd get truly excited for. Yeah. All right, here we go. Final 4 games here. Here we go. San Francisco at Murray State. Murray State -2.5. San Francisco +2.5 here. So let's see what our algorithm says. I think we said Murray State. Yeah, Murray State. And remember, this is the one that potentially, if they face Kentucky, we may be able to get some great value. So Murray State on the money line at -140. Yes, sir. We'll take that. Then we get Akron at UCLA. Akron +13.5. UCLA -13.5. So a big spread here. Holy cow. We do have UCLA beating Akron. So no big upset there. But And the brackets are now officially locked on NCAA.com. So once again, we didn't need to change anything. We're feeling all good. And games are tipping off basically right now. Let me throw this on the good old television here so you can try to, keep up live here. And once again, we did have our pick in already. What do we take? We've got Colorado State on the money line here at plus 100. That's the value we locked in as well. And here they are tipping off. So right on time, right on schedule. We had Michigan taking the first shot of the game and missed. That helps out Colorado State, baby, man. Oh, man. Folks, just watching it, man, I love this, man, all day. Sheesh. Man, Colorado State, step back three. Oh, dang, that does not go. All right, we'll check in back later on the game, but man, oh man, it's good having March Madness back, I will say that. But let's get back to the betting here. We got Akron in UCLA. I want to run them through the algorithm just because it is a bigger spread, so we may be able to get some great value with Akron plus the 13. But let's see what our algorithm says to see if it's close. And look at this, Colorado with the steal. Couldn't really get the fast break. Underneath the basket. Shoots it out to the three. Hesitation on the three. Man, oh man. All right, this Michigan team's got some good defense here. They're bodying up well. Colorado with another three. Bingo! Boom! First points of the game going to Colorado State. Give me that plus 100 on the money line. Bingo! Our algorithm, folks. Come on. Don't disrespect the algorithm, folks. This is technology. This is the future. And you're disrespecting the machines? I wouldn't do that, folks, because the machines never forget, folks. You hear this, machines? We're not going against you. We praise the machines. We love the machines. We are bowing down to the machines. We let the machines dictate our bracket. We love the machines. I want to get caught, crossing the machines. So, all right. All right, but here we go. Back to Akron and UCLA here. Let's get them loaded up into our algorithm. Hey. Akron. There we go. Okay. Akron and one more time. UCLA. Here we go. Michigan just scored, all right, 3-2 game, but not that electrifying three, folks, okay? Once again, a huge part of our algorithm was that 3-point percentage. Yes, folks, yes, okay. All right, but here we go. UCLA now. Let's finally get them loaded in here. UCLA and this one. This one is not close. 50 credit points out of 100 for UCLA, 38 out of 100 credit points for Akron. So not close there. We'll stay away from betting this game in total. No worries. And then here we go. Let's keep on continuing on. Last two games for today. Texas Southern at Kansas. A big old 21.5 point spread here. We've got Kansas winning, but let's load this in our algorithm. I don't believe this one was close, but let's double check one more time. Tie game at 5 currently, about 3 minutes in. All right, but let's get these two teams in our algorithm quickly. Texas Southern and Kansas to see if, hey, getting all those points is great. Folks, I want points. Give me the points. I am trying to just find the points. What are the good points? Show me the good points. I will take those good points. If you're giving me points, I'm taking them as long as it's good value. So here we go. Texas Southern, Kansas, loading them up into our algorithm. Well, what Texas is it? Man, oh man. Texas Southern. Yes, the bad Texas. Texas Southern. Here we go. Okay. And it's a 13-point difference here. We won't play around with it. We'll just stay away from it. I mean, folks, we've already got, how many is this? 10 already, folks, with one game left. We don't need to swallow all these big points. There's better value, folks. All right, and then the last game of the night, Eastern Washington and Fresno State. Eastern Washington plus 12.5, Fresno State minus 12.5. Our algorithm says, as we search, trying to buy time as we're searching for these teams. Man, oh man, they really got to tell me what number these teams are. Fresno State, Eastern Washington, especially when everything's abbreviated. Man, oh man, and nothing's kind of comparable from one system to another. So how DraftKings like advertises is not the same as the way that, these bracket websites advertise these teams and all that. And I'm truly struggling trying to find Fresno State on this list. I don't even think they're even on here. I think they're in the wrong tournament, folks. Am I on the wrong tournament? Where is Fresno State? Somebody show me that. Fresno. I'm not, folks, I'm just not seeing it here. They're not on my bracket, so I don't know what bracket I did, but I did not know Fresno State and Eastern Washington. I didn't even know those schools existed, folks. All right, well, I can't find it, folks. I'm sure I passed it like 10 times, I'm sure. Fresno State, Eastern Washington? If you go to those schools, why? Oh, and look at this, 14-7, Colorado State. Yeah. Folks, our algorithm, perfect bracket alert. All right, where the hell is Fresno State? Can somebody point this out to me? There's no way. This must not be the tournament. That must be like the NIT that they're still going with. So, I don't know what the hell is up with that, but there is no Eastern Washington Fresno State on my bracket. So, I don't know if I got shafted on a bootleg bracket. Okay, well, we're not doing that then. All right, well, that's all the games then. I'm not finding it, folks. I'm not finding it. Okay. So, what we've got today, what we are endorsing today, split it up however you want. Look at that. Michigan missed a wide open three. I mean, this is what we're talking about, folks. We need high 3-point percentage in college. All right. But what we are endorsing here on the show, we got 10 picks. We already called the Colorado State on the money line. That has officially closed by now, but they are up 14-9 at the current moment, 5 minutes into the game. We love South Dakota State on the money line at plus 125. Memphis on the money line. Longwood plus the 18, folks. We think that's good value. North Carolina on the money line. UConn on the money line. St. Mary's on the money line. Creighton on the money line. Vermont plus 5, getting some more points here. And Murray State on the money line. So, play around with it. Nice two-teamers. Fit it so it fits you, what you are also loving, what you also gush about. Nice two-teamers, put them together, and cash out a little bit later. But I just kind of want to play around with some numbers right here. Let's keep the minus 180, and let's also keep a plus 115 on here. So, and I want to just kind of, talk about the numbers and all that. So, here we go. Not swallowing points. Memphis, minus 3.5. We're taking it on the money line at minus 180. But then with Creighton, we're taking them on the money line at plus 115. So the overall odds now are at plus 234. You put $25. I mean, folks, you're winning 83. I mean, I love that value. I love that profit ratio that you get with the two-teamers. So, this is what we mean. Instead of just kind of doing, a minus 180 and like a minus 145, where the odds are only just plus 162. So 25 pays only 65 there. So this is what I'm saying, folks. Take maybe one that's like a little bit of a lower spread, a worser spread, like a minus 180. Find maybe an upset that you have on your bracket, a plus 115, a plus 120, a plus 170. Who cares what it is? Parlay those together. Yes, you're not getting great value on the one, but you're making up with the value, with the parlay, with the plus and all that. So that's how we're going to be playing it, folks. I'll leave it up to y'all of how you want to kind of, pair these games, but those were all the teams that we will be taking and how we would be taking them, whether it's on the money line or the spread line. That is all the information, folks, of what we will be doing here on day one of March Madness. We win on day one, parlay that into day two, and folks, we are off and running absolutely. So That is the March Madness talks, folks. 43 minutes. We could have done a single show on just March Madness. Jeez Louise. Y'all know how we get carried away, folks. One thing leads into another, and that's what I love about the show. We're just free. We're free over here, folks. We got no restraints on anything. National, traditional media, you get 5-10 minute segments, scripted, topics and all that. And we've got topics and all that. But, if one thing brings us to another, that brings us to another, that brings us to another, we've got no problem. Keep on going with that. So, no problem with the 40-plus minutes here on March Madness that we will do exactly again tomorrow, because once again, big opportunity. Big opportunity for some money to be made, and we can't pass that up. 40 minutes to make a lot of money? Yeah, that's a no-brainer, folks. Yeah, I mean, what are y'all working? $20 an hour, $25 an hour? Well, let me get, we got Colorado State on the money line here, and that only took us 40 minutes to get through. So that's what we're saying, folks. Let's all quit our jobs and make a living gambling. Yes, folks? I think that's a smart investment, a smart bet to do. Alrighty, that is all the March Madness that we wanted to go over for today. We'll keep checking back in on Colorado State and Michigan. Every three-pointer, here we go. Colorado State with the mystery, but they get the offensive board. Yeah, exactly what our algorithm is saying, what we put into our algorithm, the threes, the bigs, the points in the paints, the offensive rebounds. And we got a nice 5-point lead still, folks. Colorado State with the, more than one possession. Oh, another three. They're missing them. All right, well, can we start hitting the threes? Maybe we're jinxing ourselves. All right, let's not pay attention to that, and let's just let that do its thing, because they're missing some threes, and it's starting to kill me a little bit. All right, but here we go. Let's switch gears to the NFL, because there are some stories I want to talk through, and then we can finish with the NBA. Not a lot of games on tonight, only just one NBA game on tonight, but I do still want to talk about what happened last night in the NBA. But before we get to the NBA, let's talk about what is going on in the NFL. And the first story I want to talk about is revisiting this whole Baker Mayfield story, saga, whatever you want to call it, because it has been real interesting the last 3 days of how the organization is going about it, how Baker Mayfield is going on about it, what the fans are saying about it, and what kind of, the national media, sports media is saying about it. So, to recap, the Browns brought in Deshaun Watson for an interview to potentially get him to be their quarterback of the future. Now, that did not pan out, because as of today, Deshaun Watson has notified, the Browns were notified that they're out of the running for Deshaun Watson. So, was that the best case to kind of make this all public and, ruin your guy that you've already got on your team? The trust is lost. All that is lost. So, however you feel about Baker Mayfield, whether you still like them, still want to work with them, still think you can win with them, all that is out the window. The trust has been severed, and there's no regaining that, especially since the Browns just doubled down, and that's what I want to talk about. But let's get back up to the recap a little bit. So, the Browns wanted Deshaun Watson, brought him in for an interview. Baker Mayfield caught wind. Baker Mayfield was not notified before the meeting took place that they were thinking about doing so. And that's where it really all starts. Where, with the Falcons, who are also bringing in Deshaun Watson for an interview, they told Matt Ryan before the meeting happened and said, hey, we're bringing in Deshaun Watson. We're going to meet with them. And, that's kind of what we've got going on right now. We're going to be meeting with Deshaun Watson. They notified Matt Ryan. Everything is hunky-dory. We don't have Matt Ryan writing a statement thanking Atlanta, for the time and all that. So, Baker Mayfield not notified, and then Baker Mayfield feels slighted, and yeah, absolutely, he should, and he writes out that long letter, not too long, but that letter that we all read about, hey, I'm just kind of, this is not cryptic, I'm not saying anything cryptic, but, I don't know what the future holds, but, I love the Browns, thank you for this has changed my life, it's been a pleasure, it's been an honor, I love y'all, and that was basically the message. And what happened after that message came out, folks? It made us physically ill. It literally made us ill, folks. Y'all made us sick because y'all were saying these things. But what happened after that? Everybody was praising Baker Mayfield. Everybody was kind of sympathizing with Baker Mayfield. Everybody was taking Baker Mayfield's side on, the debate, Browns organization management or Baker Mayfield. Who was in the right? The management wanted a better quarterback, but they still had a quarterback under contract who they all just kept, endorsing. Once again, Kevin Stefanski, just like 3 weeks ago, said, hey, Baker's our guy. We are, we're rocking with Baker. We didn't love it then, but that's what Kevin Stefanski said. So everything optically, everything verbally was, hey, Baker's our guy. So that kind of spurred the debate. Browns or Baker? Who is justified? Is Baker justified in feeling slighted and all that? And everybody was kind of siding with Baker Mayfield. Everybody was talking up Baker Mayfield. People were saying they would take Baker Mayfield over Jimmy Garoppolo and that the Colts would want Baker Mayfield as their quarterback, saying some outlandish things. But the main point is that everybody was on Baker Mayfield's side. And then what just came out yesterday, like a little bit later in the day yesterday? Well, now there's a report going around, a little bit of a quote going around that a lot of people are now reporting on, that the Browns are moving off of Baker Mayfield because they want, quote, they want an adult at quarterback. Oh my goodness. This is the quote going around after everybody was sympathizing with Baker Mayfield. Why? Because the Browns are trying to get it all back on their side. The Browns still want the fans on their side. The Browns want the national media on their side and not Baker Mayfield. So they send out, this is a hit job right here, folks. To say these words at the quarterback position, this is a death mark. This is a career ruiner for Baker Mayfield. Quarterback, you must be the leader. You must be the adult. You must be the guy. That's what the quarterback position is, folks. There's a lot of quarterbacks that don't do this, and we can get into a whole different discussion, but just look at the quarterbacks that are winning, look at to see if they're leaders or not, and you'll have your answer of, hey, do we need a leader? Do we need kind of an adult at the quarterback position? And your answer is always going to be absolutely yes. So Baker Mayfield, everybody was getting the support by him, but the Browns could not let that happen, so they send out this hit piece quote by saying they want an adult at the quarterback position. What team is going to take Baker Mayfield now that this quote's out there? Because all these teams are thinking, well, he's not that great. First of all, it's not like Baker Mayfield's a generational talent, a great talent. He's an okay talent that still has a little bit of a ceiling potentially because what is he, like 4 years in already? So he can still get better, but he has not showed us that he is great or maybe even good. A little mediocre, I would say, at the moment. So who's going to take a chance on a mediocre quarterback that now the whole organization, that the only organization that he's been with is calling him a non-adult, basically a child, immature, not a leader, not the guy. So what an absolute hit job on Baker Mayfield from the Browns management. So, and now what is everybody saying today? Everybody's back off of Baker Mayfield. I saw like 3 national media people like dig Baker Mayfield big time, knock Baker Mayfield, which is a complete 180 of what we saw 2 days ago, folks. So yeah, it seems like the Browns hit piece quote is truly working. Everybody's back off of Baker Mayfield, and this is what I said yesterday, folks. Baker will not get another starting quarterback job after this quote. The Browns saw everybody sympathizing with Baker's letter. The organization couldn't have that. Thus, this career-killing quote to label a quarterback as a non-adult, basically, that is big time bad. And the Browns know what they're doing, folks. Come on. These are billion-dollar corporations, billion-dollar teams and all that, folks. They know what they're doing. They know the power of media. They know the power of getting everybody on their side. And we know the Browns and Baker Mayfield, they are breaking up. I mean, with this quote alone, you've got to break up. Even though that the Browns don't have Deshaun Watson now, there's no chance they can get him. They must still move off of Baker Mayfield because it's just, this is a bad breakup at this point. So They know that the relationship is ending, and they want to get out in front, and they want to kind of be seen as kind of the party that did no wrong. Oh, we're just the Browns. We were just interested in a quarterback. This is a generational talent. You're going to blame us for potentially going after a generational quarterback? You're going to blame us because we wanted Deshaun Watson over Baker Mayfield? I mean, come on. That's like talking about, you having Sam Darnold on your team and Patrick Mahomes as a free agent. Of course you're taking that meeting. What are you, crazy? So that's the Browns angle. Hey, we were just trying to improve as a team. The fans, you hate that? You don't like that, Browns fans? We were trying to improve the team? Deshaun Watson, however you slice it, folks, if you think Baker Mayfield's good or bad, whatever you think about Baker Mayfield, I think we should be all agreeing, folks, in this one. If you want to make me sick again, then please disagree with this, but I'm sure we all agree that Deshaun Watson's better than Baker Mayfield. Yes, folks, okay, we can all agree on that line, please, I'm hoping. So that's the Browns angle. Hey, we were just trying to get better. Ooh, Baker's trying to be, being a little in his feelings, a little salty. Well, that's on him. We never told him that. He's still our guy now. He's still our guy. But if we had the chance to get Deshaun Watson, yeah, we'd get him. But Baker would probably still be on the team, but all that. But, Baker got in his feelings. This was all Baker. Baker said goodbye to us. We did not say goodbye to Baker. When did we say goodbye to Baker? Huh? Is Baker still here? Oh, so we didn't say goodbye to Baker? Oh, we didn't? That's right, we didn't. So Baker said goodbye to us. So why are you getting mad at us? We were trying to upgrade at quarterback, and we never said goodbye to the man. But if he wants to be in his feelings, and if he wants to say goodbye to us and leave us before the contract is up, then yeah, we want an adult at quarterback. Yeah, this is not how an adult handles things, because you may, lose your job. You're going to act all like this? Yeah, we want an adult at the quarterback position. Yeah. So Browns are doing whatever they can to be kind of the victor of the disagreement, of the breakup. So when I heard this quote, folks, I was like, wow, oh wow, they are really trashing Baker Mayfield. And we knocked Baker Mayfield a little bit. Nothing that's unjustified, absolutely. But this is unjustified. To say that you want an adult at the quarterback position, that's going a little crossing a little bit of a line there, I would say. This is truly affecting this man for the rest of his career. I'm telling you, I really think if Baker Mayfield does not play for the Browns this season, he is done. He is done in the NFL, folks. I do not think Baker Mayfield gets another starting quarterback job or anything like relevant. Maybe he goes to like the worst team in the league, then maybe kind of, retry it out. But Baker Mayfield with no great coach and no great weapons, that's not going to be good. So this is really, I think Baker Mayfield's career is over on these, 5 words? Want an adult at quarterback. 5 words. 5 words are ruining this man's career. I think this was dirty by the Browns. The Browns know what they're doing, and they could not let Baker Mayfield kind of win the hearts of the fans overall. And I think it's just way crazy that they sent out this quote. This is a hit piece quote, folks. I'm telling y'all, they know what they're doing, and I cannot believe they said these words and leaked these words. This is reporting by Chris Mortensen on ESPN. So once again, everything comes out for a reason. These are leaked for a reason. Somebody in the Browns organization said these specific words specifically to Chris Mortensen because he knows he's the media guy and it would get it out. Fast break points for Colorado State. Yes, sir. Love it. Plus 100 on the money line. But I mean, folks. Absolutely crazy right here. So I can't wait to watch the rest of this Baker Mayfield Browns saga play out. Once again, the newest details are that the Browns were notified that they are out of the running on Deshaun Watson. So it's either going to be Baker or nothing, but they want an adult at quarterback, so it's obviously not going to be Baker. But, who else is out there? There's not a great quarterback draft class this year, so Browns truly shooting in themselves in the foot here a little bit. And even Kevin Stefanski is probably going to get the worst of this because this should be Kevin Stefanski's last last year to prove himself. Year 1, great with Baker. Year 2, took a huge, giant step back. Year 3, really got to prove yourself. Maybe you buy a little bit of time because of this Baker thing. You'd be like, oh, it's Baker. He was the one that's trash. Keep me around. But I think the guy besides Baker that got the worst end of this whole saga going on is going to be Kevin Stefanski, because, he's really got to prove himself over the next year, 2 years, to prove that he can be consistent, that he can get it done. So we'll see how it all plays out here. But man, oh man, this is interesting. This is starting to get cutthroat. This is starting to get absolutely brutal, folks. And I don't know how it all is going to play out, but I truly feel a little bad. I actually feel a lot bad. I feel real upset for Baker Mayfield right now, folks. I feel so bad for the guy. He seems like a great dude overall. Once again, he hasn't, he's not in the media all the time for negative things or anything like that. He's not the one with all these lawsuits of sexual harassment. Yes, folks. So the fact that the Browns are truly kind of crucifying Baker Mayfield like this, I think it's totally over a line, folks. Man, oh man. So Baker, you can always come work at Takes by Fans if you want, if it has to get to that point. We can't pay you anything at the current moment, but maybe in the future, yes? Yes, Baker? So, man, oh man, Baker. Man, this is dirty. This is dirty, folks. It's dirty play out here. But once again, language. Folks, what has been the message all week long? Language, adult. They carefully selected that word, adult. Not, we don't want a child at quarterback or anything like that. We want an adult language. That is a knife through the heart, being called basically not an adult. That's a knife through your gut. That's a huge black mark on your resume. Like, you go to a resume, you get fired for a job, or you just leave your job and they're going through your application, your resume. Oh, 4 years at Harvard. Wow. 10 years experience in the industry. Holy cow, this is great. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, look at all these accolades. Holy moly. You've never missed a day? Is that right? In 20 years, you've never missed a day. Holy cow, this is great. This is fantastic. They're ready to hire you. They're ready to kind of pay you more than they were initially offering because you were that great. And then they get to that last page, the references page, and they call that reference. And they get on the phone with the reference, and they're like, how's this guy? Is he good? He looks immaculate on this resume. And they're like, yeah, it's good, but, we wanted a real adult at the position, so that's kind of, why we had to let him go. And the guy hiring you, he's like, oh, wow, you want an adult at the position? Oof, all right, well, thank you for your time. They hang up the phone, and they're like, yeah, we're sorry. We're going to go a different direction, and you don't get the job because of that one reference, because of those specific words chosen, folks. Wow, oh, wow, the Browns did this, man, dirty, folks, absolutely dirty, holy cow. So we'll see how the rest of this saga plays out, folks. We'll see. Baker Mayfield needs to get out in front of this again now. Baker Mayfield got in front of it. Then the Browns got out in front of it further. The Baker Mayfield now must double and triple down. He's got nothing left to lose. You must save your name because your name is getting tarnished as we speak. This is crazy, folks. This is disrespect. Like, this is the bad disrespect. We don't like this disrespect. This is a little crazy to say. So I'm real interested to see how all this plays out, but man, oh man, the Browns are doing the man dirty, folks. Holy cow. Alrighty. One last thing here, and then we'll move on, I think. Anything else to talk about? Yeah, some things. Jeez Louise, there's so much to talk about, folks. Like, we cut it down to 2 sports. I would love to talk about hockey. I would love to talk about, college basketball on the regular. Baseball, I don't really care about. Soccer, I would love to talk about soccer, but I can't talk about any of those because we can't even fit in the 2 sports that we do talk about on a daily basis. So, man, oh man. All right. But here we go. The big news yesterday in terms of free agency and signings and all that. Von Miller leaving the Rams. Coming out of absolutely nowhere, folks. Absolutely nowhere. Von Miller going to the Bills on a 6-year deal. About $50 million guaranteed and all that. Great pickup for the Bills, obviously, to help out that defense that needed more help. Yeah, the number one defense in the league needs more help to finally get it done. Hopefully, this is a piece that can, close out a game 13 seconds left. Yes. Is Von Miller going to be 13 seconds worth for $50 million guaranteed? Well, you better hope so, Buffalo. Yes. So, hopefully he's worth 13 seconds on the field. The fact that he left the Rams is kind of truly surprising. The whole Aaron Donald. Now Aaron Donald may actually retire. So, watch out for that. Because Von Miller, Aaron Donald, they've been in contact all year long, trying to recruit him. And then he gets there and all that. Then they get the job done. They win the ring. And then we heard Aaron Donald may be retiring. But the fact that they're not sticking together, I think that's real interesting. So, do not be surprised if Aaron Donald does actually retire. I hope he doesn't, because the man is fantastic and he's got a lot of football left in him, and he's a game wrecker, folks. He can't retire. It's like retiring out on the top. I hate that. Tom Brady faked us out in the retirement. One of his best seasons ever. And you're just going to retire? Aaron Donald, you're just going to retire after winning a ring and like that? Come on. Give the people what they want, and we want to see you another year at minimum. So, watch out for Aaron Donald here. Really interested that Von Miller left LA, left Sean McVay. Sean McVay was talking about potentially going in the booth and all that. But he kind of, said that he's here for this season. Von Miller leaving, totally surprising with that whole culture over there with the Rams and the great kind of locker room that Sean McVay, truly kind of takes pride in and all that. Everybody seems good on the team. There's no bad stories, players upset with each other, anything like that. Big disagreements on the sideline. Sean McVay runs a real tight ship over there, and Von Miller ends up going to the Bills, who will potentially be meeting the Rams in the Super Bowl next season. So, just some real interesting. This came out of nowhere, caught me by surprise. I really thought Von Miller would just stay with the Rams, or we would have some lead up to Von Miller going to somewhere, a little bit of a tour, a recruitment tour, because he's obviously worth it. He's worth the money. So it's just real interesting that it came out of nowhere. But the biggest thing to look to is Aaron Donald. Why Von Miller leave? They're buds. They're tight. They want to ring together. They're not going to run it back. You're not going to run it back and defend? Why wouldn't you do that? Because maybe Aaron Donald's retiring and you don't want to be the only guy there anymore defensively? Or is it too much pressure to try to kind of, repeat and all that? A lot of pressure on you to perform as well, if not better, to get it done. If you don't win the Super Bowl, everybody kind of, looks down upon you a little bit, depending on how far you got into, the playoff process and all that. But just real interesting. It came out of nowhere. But Buffalo getting a big old name, a big old free agent. But once again, is this going to be 13 seconds worth? Because, you can't really rush the passer in 13 seconds. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Maybe you should have spent all this money on a good running back, yeah? That's just my take. But Von Miller, a Buffalo Bill. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about right here, in this, once again, plays into Aaron Rodgers being greedy. Him, blatantly lying. The man is just blatantly lying everywhere, folks. We have to call him out. Aaron Rodgers is blatantly lying. Oh, I don't want to be the highest paid. Another three by Colorado State. They're up 12 points. 25-13. Yeah. Algorithm. I bow down to the machines. Love it. All right, but Tom Brady, contract number, once again, came out of retirement, going to the Bucs, but now Tom Brady's contract number is less than $11 million this year. Tom Brady, another three by Colorado State at plus 100 on the money line. Algorithm, we bow down to the machines. Woo! 15-point lead, baby! Love it! Don't disrespect our algorithm! Woo! All right, but let's get back serious here because we got to knock Aaron Rodgers. The man is blatantly lying to everybody. No, that's categorically false. Categorically false. I want to be the highest paid player, and turns out he's the highest paid player annually at $50 million, basically annually, more than any other player. So Aaron Rodgers, greedy, can't even sign Devontae Adams now because he's asking for too much money. Part of that, Aaron Rodgers taking up all the money, but Tom Brady comes back out of retirement. Yeah, give me 11. 11 million sounds good. I can live off of 11 million. That pays all my bills. I'm good. Just give me the 11 million. I can cover my bills for the year and all that. I've got the money in the bank. The money in the bank is not the problem. I just need, some money so I can pay my bills for the year. That's it. 11 million will suffice. So Tom Brady, not getting paid a lot of money so they can bring in more people so they can try to make a run at it. Where Aaron Rodgers, being little old greedy Riddler that he is, be like, give me the money. I only care about the money. I want the money. But then I complain about not winning. But I just want the money. I just want the money. But we're not winning. And why aren't we winning? And why aren't I getting back to another Super Bowl? It's you. It's not me. But I just want the money. I want the money. I want the money. Why aren't we winning? I want the money. I want the money. He's a little money hungry Riddler, folks. You see what the Riddler does? All those riddles, all those kind of pranks that he pulls. You think all those riddles are cheap, folks? No, they're not. You must have money with all those riddles. And that's exactly what Aaron Rodgers is doing here. He needs money to keep going on riddling, yes? So Tom Brady's contract number is less than $11 million for the year, folks. Aaron Rodgers getting paid $50. Okay, but Aaron Rodgers, he's taking the pay cut. He doesn't want to be the highest paid player. We're all wrong, and Aaron Rodgers is right. Yes? That's how he sees it, so must be right, yes? Because Aaron Rodgers is obviously never wrong. I see what y'all say. He's never wrong. He can do no wrong. All right, well, that's going to do it for us today. We spent a lot more time than I thought we would on those things. So we got to get out of here. Let's just run through these NBA games from last night very, very quickly. And let's start with here. Hawks at the Hornets, letting us down. We're done with the Hawks. And this is great. This is kind of actually a blessing in disguise. This was the only game that we missed last night. We had 5 games going. We bet 5 games last night. And this is the only one that lost because classic Hawks are actual trash now. Done with the Hawks, writing up the Hawks. We're not betting the Hawks for the rest of the year. So this is why it's a blessing in disguise, because we're done with the Hawks. We have officially eliminated one NBA team to bet on, and there's probably more. We could probably refresh this list tomorrow. But the Hawks, we're not betting on the Hawks anymore. So whoever's facing the Hawks, are the Hawks the new sponsors? I think we've got a new sponsor on the show, folks. I think we may. I'm gonna talk with my people. I'm gonna talk with my lawyers over here, draw up some paperwork, because I think we're gonna get a sponsorship right back on here. We've gone maybe a week without a sponsor over here. But I think we're going to get the Hawks on that. So, yeah, the Hawks, we're done with the Hawks. Hawks are trash. They can't even beat the Hornets. 9-10 seed, respectively, in the Eastern Conference for the play-in tournament. Potential play-in tournament preview right here. And the Hawks lose by 10? Absolutely ridiculous. Done with the Hawks, over the Hawks. We'll never be betting the Hawks anymore, and we'll always bet against the Hawks here. Just have to have the Hawks sign the paperwork. Hopefully they do. And also send in some money. We got to make sure the number's right. Nobody can sponsor the show for free, folks. Come on. What are you, crazy? You think all this time over here, you see the influence we have, you see the followers we have? That's not worth nothing, folks. Come on. So, Hawks lose by 10, 116-106. Done with the Hawks. Took them -1. All right, then we get the 76ers at the Cavs. Real close game. 76ers end up winning 118-114, 3.5-point spread, all like that. We stayed away from it because we thought it would be close. It was close. 4-point game overall. Glad we stayed away from it. Then we get the Nuggets at the Wizards. We bet this one. Nuggets -6.5. No problem here. They win by 18. 127-109 here. Wizards are spiraling. Cannot bet the Wizards. Well done for the Nuggets. Jokic still holding it down. Next game up, Mavs at the Nets in Spencer Dinwiddie. Ice cold veins, ice cold blood. Buzzer beater 3 to win 113-111. Kevin Durant out there by his lonesome. He can't get it done. We're not expected Ben Simmons back. And we're going to talk about Ben Simmons tomorrow, folks, because it's crazy. What is going on here in the NBA? It's crazy. But Mavs win 113-111 on the buzzer beater by newly acquired Spencer Dinwiddie. What have we been saying? Spencer Dinwiddie has been absolutely immaculate here by the Mavericks ever since the trade deadline. All right, then we get to the Blazers at the Knicks. Knicks win 128-98. They cover the 12.5 point spread. Well done for the Knicks, trying to turn that corner. Keep it going. Next game up, Suns at the Rockets. Suns win 129-112 over the Rockets. Devin Booker still holding it down. Then we get the Lakers at the Timberwolves. Timberwolves blow them out by 20, 124-104. LeBron's the only good player on that team. We know this. Then we get the Thunder at the Spurs. Spurs win by 2. Who cares? 2 bad teams. No playoff implications. Congratulations on the win. Then we get the Bulls at the Jazz. Jazz win by 15 because the Bulls are absolute garbage. They are the most fraudulent team in the NBA. We bet the Jazz -6. They win by 15. No problem there. The Bulls even getting 6-7 points. It's not even good value, folks. We know this. The Bulls are not good. Stop betting the Bulls. Stop getting behind the Bulls. They're not a good team. Jazz win by 15, 125-110. Then we get the Celtics at the Warriors. Celtics at the Warriors. Celtics at the Warriors. Yes, sir. Number 1 team in our power rankings, putting our money where our mouth is. Celtics +2. They went outright by big-time fashion, winning 110-88. Steph Curry got injured late second quarter, but it doesn't matter because the Celtics were still up 8 at that point. So it's not like, oh, Steph Curry wasn't playing, that's why they lost. They still were up 8 at that point in junction. So Celtics, the real deal. We love it. Cashed in last night, +2. Great value. Thank you, Vegas. Then we get the Bucks at the Kings. Bucks win 135-126. We stayed away from this game. It was an 8.5 point spread, 9-point game overall. Once again, we stayed away from the games that were not great value. 76ers -3.5. They only win by 4. Bucks -8.5. They only win by 9. Yes, they still cover, but I mean, we don't want to be squeaking out wins. We don't want to squeeze out wins. Like, folks, we all know what a squeeze feels like, and we all know what a home run feels like. And Colorado State up 11 right now. That's a home run. I'm feeling good. You think I want Colorado State down 20 points right now? Of course not. Michigan's throwing up all these threes. Can't hit them. Threes are in our algorithm. Respect the 3. Yes, sir. But Bucks win here, 135-126. Last game of the night, Raptors at the Clippers. We took the Raptors -1.5. They win by 3. Bingo, bango. Fred VanVleet did play last night. They get the win, 103-100. We went 4-5 because the Hawks are garbage. But hey, learn from the bad beats, learn from the bad bets. In the Hawks, we have officially cut ties. We are no longer interested in this Hawks team for the rest of the year. Congratulations from going Eastern Conference Finals last year to potentially playing tournament position this year. Congratulations for not stepping up. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let's make some mother-loving money. Yeah, March Madness, folks. We told you how to make a little bit of money. It's proving out right now. Another 3 by Colorado State. Yeah, 12-point lead, baby. Yeah. All right, what was the other game we took? Because that just tipped off. We're about 10 minutes into that one. Let's quickly update this right here. We got South Dakota State on the money line, and they are currently up by 2, 17-15. A little bit of a closer game there, but overall, both of our picks are currently winning, folks. You cannot disagree with the algorithm. Alrighty, folks, we are out of here. Back tomorrow, live noon Eastern, doing it all again. We'll spend a lot of time on March Madness, so gear up for that. Get your wallets ready. Get those mobile betting apps ready because the clock starts. As soon as our show's on, folks, the clock starts from when we can bet to when we cannot bet. So get everything ready tomorrow. Doing the same thing tomorrow. Covering the NBA, covering the stories, whatever happens, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But hopefully your bracket is good. Hopefully your wallets are better. And we'll see you tomorrow, folks. Have an absolute great one. We'll see you.